edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. On the move, headed right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive, putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. Hits it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 43.
A gain of 22 yards. And a first down.
Rice, the motion man right. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Flush down now to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Offense is set, 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. He completes this one to Gray. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Dose of the hurry up here. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Rice motioning left. Throwing again, Mahomes. McLaughlin there to bring it in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
31.
Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the 3rd quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did he say no?
No. No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Big strike here to Williams. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In the red zone now. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he drives this forward to the 6.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap. That QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to this check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-possession game. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21.
Chiefs 21.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Second down now, they need 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He finds Brown right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Motion man left is Brown. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
For a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
To the air, Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
16 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Butker to try the point after.
Butker on for the point after.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
By the Vikings.
Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Judkins. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Vikings hold both a football and a solid lead as they try to close this one out. 2nd down now, 7 to go. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 2nd down now. They need 7. Going from the gun here. Forced out to his right. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
3rd down run from Judkins. And this one stopped fairly close to that 1st down. Good challenge, but they face 4th down.
He's brought down.
Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
4th down, pass coming. Buying some time right. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone.
It's
They
a
hit
gain
for
of
16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. That's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Before the kick, we got movement and whistles, and if this is on the defense, it would be enough for the 1st. Well, now things get interesting, Brock. The penalty moves this offense up, and they could consider going for it here. After the penalty, the offense staying out to try on 4th down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the 1st down.
Judkins up the middle. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings have likely locked up the win right there. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Absolutely fires this one right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown.
Harrison Butker on
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Judkins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. It's his running back. Running in the red zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. It's well done.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Desperation time here. This is cut downfield by Rice. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Put a receiver in motion right. Another throw for Mahomes. And there's Rice with yet another one. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. This finds its targets. That's Royals. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. He goes back to him yet again, complete! And that's a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
Chiefs 42.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Tretnick
this game. He makes himself, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend. They jumped on that opportunity.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Kansas City.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. It connects on the deep shot. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
Slot man in motion left. Working inside the red zone. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over.
Kansas City.
No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options.
And he'll get into the end zone and make this a one-score game in the 4th quarter.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2. That risk pays off. You just simply can't understate how difficult getting that ball back was. Kick's got to be perfect. The bounce has to be perfect. And then there's got to be someone right there lucky enough to get on the ball, right time, right spot. Big time recovery.
Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Setting up to pass. And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now.
Kansas City.
Now on for a likely game winner if he can knock this one through. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives him the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Vikings, 56. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. He'll look to throw it. Caught quickly on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
For the Vikings field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good. And they've taken back the lead. So it's a win for the Vikings. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?